the Bad Warhammer podcast.
Over there. Cool, good stuff. Hello! Good day, everyone! Hello! And we made it this time, and we're on time, and we're doing things. And let's go and switch back quickly to the second cam there. You'll see what we are doing. Over there, you'll see a little diorama that we got set up. Some Sisters of Silence on the side there. A whole bunch of paints in the background. A demon. And a brand new Custodes. Is he fully finished painted?
I literally have to do just the exhaust at the back, but the rest is done.
But he's basically done.
Yeah.
So there's a little Custodes guy that Mr. Andrea over here has been busy with for the last
Day?
What?
Yeah.
Seriously, guys, that's him. That's how crazy he is. Everyone, welcome again to the Bad Warhammer podcast. We're back after a week of craziness. Sorry about last week, I couldn't make it, but I hope you enjoyed the Warhammer video that we had of these two beating the snot out of each other in some Major Sigma. Yes, that was a very interesting game. You see the one guy commented there about how the double turn madness happened.
Oh, I actually haven't looked.
Yeah, that's pretty hardcore. Yeah, he's not a fan of double turn.
No, I freaking hate double turns.
What are you doing?
Alcohol.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Because that gold only does
Yeah,
alcohol.
no, that makes
water.
sense.
So
That makes lots of sense. Yeah. Yeah.
it's an alcoholic paint.
Okay. What's it? We've been told that there is some extra cat tax is due because we are because of missing last week. Okay.
She's
If
on the bed
fluff
and
arrives,
she's sleeping.
We will
Maybe,
we'll do so.
but I don't have the heart to go and pick her up. She's probably like that, sleeping.
Yeah, that's not fair. The poor cat. We'll give you this. That might help. Like, I hope that works for you.
Hey,
Okay. Well, the truth of the matter is, it's actually not time for the fluff at all. We're just gonna, switch back to normal cam because the fluff has not arrived. So no, that's best we can do right now. Meanwhile, what have you guys been doing the last week? 2 weeks.
Yes. If you reach on top of your left side, right there is a dark figure.
Batman.
Figure waits.
Well, kind of.
Almost.
A dark figure waits. That is what he's looking at. Is that even working? No, I don't think it is. There it is. There.
So,
We're all doing some Halloween figures.
yes. And I decided I've been wanting to do monochrome for many years now. Since I saw have you seen that picture of there is Frodo, all in greys and whites, and then he has just Sting, whatever.
Sting, yeah.
Yeah. And that light is literally the only source, and the model is fantastic. Since I've seen that model, I've always wanted to do something. Clearly, this is not even close, but I mean,
Yeah. This works well though.
It's
I like
nice.
that. We'll put up pictures on the Facebook and everything later and on Instagram and that. So if you're not following us on Instagram already, do so.
bad.
Yeah,
and not as
we're
in
all
us
over.
bad, just bad.
Yeah. It's really awesome because is that floor?
Yeah,
Or is that
all the eyes are fluor.
Why is his ribcage loose?
Probably because it's not glued, so that I could reach under.
Nothing's as fun as a good loose ribcage. Oh yeah.
I mean, no, bad, not
Yeah.
no.
And when it comes to undead, it's more fun. And
Then I worked on that dude there.
Yep.
I finished, two Imperial Knights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Badass.
The green ones have been finished.
Nice.
Paul came to collect. He was very happy, which is yay. The most
Good
important
times.
part. And then I started working. I already packed him away actually. The Primaris Librarian
Yeah.
is finished, and I started Ragnar.
Oh, gosh, he
Black
goes
Bane.
up for pre-order this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah. with
So
old-
it's time to
Guns
get
School
him
Kaka.
painted. So let's ride the hype.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that was my
Fun.
time.
Because also the Wolves are arriving next week, and they get some very interesting rules.
Oh, I haven't actually looked at it. What
They'd
are
be
they?
very interesting. We'll talk about them later, but very interesting. That. And you, Brad?
I've just been finishing up my handgunners and spearmen. So,
Only 2 or 3 of them.
yes,
He's gonna pass from very small to very big.
Yeah.
yes, from handgun.
Yeah.
Humans
see-
to giants. But
But at least you don't have
Faces,
60
they're
of
really
them.
nicely. I like that. He's got a very pronounced nose. A very, very royal nose with his gun. His musket. He looks like he's about to go and shoot a bollock. You know, he's going to have some fun there. Why?
I die every time
Why?
because the accent.
Oh, I love it. That's because we're also trying to break into the UK market.
Are we?
by
No.
offending
Yeah, we'd
all
like
the-
you
By
guys.
offending them.
So-
I mean, that's what they like.
Look,
So
I
makes
can imagine
sense.
how much they love the South African accent.
Oh,
Can't help it.
So no.
They must.
Yeah,
And
bro.
they probably go, hey, bro. Hey, there we
Yeah,
go,
bro.
Mr. Sevenish himself. You're in the UK. Tell us, is our accent great? Do they like your accent? Like, how does it work there? Me, I am busy with some terrain. Building these bad boys up. If we look here.
No, he's not talking about us.
Yes, building those up because they're actually not real. I assemble them every morning so I can have real friends. There, doing that, messing around with some contrast and airbrushing. And tonight I'll be playing with the metal, trying to at least, because that's what we need. Some good heavy metal. Yes.
I'm in shape, huh?
Yep. And yeah, that's really what we're doing there. That's what we were
That's
busy
really
with the
happy.
project was. Oh, I've been painting my daughters. I've got nothing. I'll maybe show pictures sometime, somewhere.
Daughters of Cain.
Yeah.
Just
Daughters
to,
of Cain.
Yeah,
Yes. I
just
don't
just
have
to
real
clear.
daughters, no.
Okay, so what's our
A topic for the evening.
topic for this evening?
Right behind you. Sorry.
These.
Zekozishes.
Yes, big books of glorious joy. They're what, 2-3
We
weeks
like
old
big
now,
books.
and we cannot lie.
Exactly.
I like big bugs, and I cannot lie. That's Ryan's line. Thank you, bud.
So one day we'll get
Yeah.
pyramids and we'll just cut that segment and just like play it again and
Yeah.
again.
I like big bugs and I can't lie. You other half mine brothers can't deny. I don't know. Anyway, so Necrons, they're a lot of fun.
Zenecrons.
And the Space Marines,
Space Marines.
they are super fun as well. Both are great, actually. And if I look at both codexes now, in a vacuum, in just looking at good builds and armies and that, I'd say they're both equal in power.
I think Necrons are up against Space Marines.
Really?
That's my personal opinion.
I have one issue with the Necrons. If you play Caesaricon, them as a legion, or you play the one which is the one that everyone is always using, or that Imhotep is from, then yeah, great, perfect. Then you're going to be probably a little bit more powerful than some Space Marines maybe, but I can't see the use of some of them. Mefrit, I doubt. Nefric, if you want to move around a lot fast and everything, but like it doesn't really lend to a lot of it.
Movement is a big thing in this edition, so I wouldn't underestimate that, honestly.
What's that one do?
Nefric, translocation beams. The models all have a 6+ invulnerable save. That's kind of cool.
Okay.
Every time they advance, it can translocate. If it does, do not make an advance roll. Instead, until the end of the phase, add 6 inch to the move characteristic. If the unit translocates until the end of the turn, they cannot shoot. Okay,
Also, they
so it's a
gain,
normal
like, the fly
advance.
keyword, right?
No, they don't.
They ignore terrain or something. They ignore intervening models.
They can move across models and terrain as if they were not there. Yes, for those 6 inches.
Or for the movement, yeah.
Yeah. So that would be basically your movement plus your 6 inches
Yeah.
flying through things. That's kind of nice.
Damn.
So you
Yeah.
can just like go anywhere.
When the protocol of the Sudden Storm, we'll check that one up, becomes active for your dynasty, if every unit in your army has this code, you can select both of that command protocols directly
Yeah,
instead
that's-
of just one. Let's take a look at what that protocol is.
Because you can
Am I
make your
looking
own
in the
custom
right
stuff, right?
direction? You can, but they're so.
Because there's specifically that one is. Is it moving on to objectives or something? That might be a different word.
Oh, they're moving on to the objectives and
Actions or shooting? and
preventing
doing
actions. Oh, while you are taking actions, you can still shoot.
I don't know if that's specifically.
Yeah,
there.
that's something
that is
that
an
they can
ability
do.
you can. That Necrons can do. You use a stratagem or something for Necrons that do that.
There's one,
So
yeah,
it's not
That's
just
really
the one.
powerful.
it's only for one turn, and it's one of the.
Mm-hmm.
You have to choose that at the end of the game. So like, it's very. Unless you have a Silent King, then you get to like be a bit more flexible with it.
Why would you not play the Silent King? Like, honestly.
I mean,
Why
it's
would
a
you
lot of
not?
points.
He is a lot of points.
And it's worth every single point that you pay.
He is, but at the same time, if you're going to be playing a close combat Necron army with multiple destroyers and all that stuff, you're probably losing a lot by putting him in.
I don't think he's designed to be in a close combat army.
No, definitely not. That's the thing. So you want to play a close combat army, which is viable right now. A very viable... In fact, in both Space Marines and them, they're definitely very viable. I can't find these things. I don't know where these things are. These codes. Meh. They're around you somewhere.
So, actually, I wanted to ask you something. Supreme Leader keyword.
Aha! One model in this codex.
Silent King.
Silent King.
Of course.
And this one model as well.
Robute Gilliman.
That's it. Box only. Nothing else.
So
So,
the Avatar.
Yes.
I think it's
Eldred
only gonna
will
be.
be-
I think Eldred is gonna have name characters will get it. That's it.
Maybe like-
Nothing else.
Imatech doesn't have it. I thought Imatech was going to have it in this one. He doesn't have it at all.
Yeah, but like for Custodes, only Trident Valorous will get it, which makes perfect sense.
I don't think he'll get it.
I think it
I
will.
don't think it's big enough.
Dude, he's on the freaking Council of the Lords of Terra. He keeps in check the Lords of Terra. You wanna tell me that he's not big enough?
Yes.
He's only.
He's just a
6
dude in
foot
golden
tall.
armor.
Yeah, he's not, and that's the whole point of it.
What
You have
do
to see in
you
a book that doesn't have Primarchs and Silent Kings. So what's the next one? Space
Yes.
Wolves.
Space Wolves coming this weekend.
We'll
We'll see
have-
if there's anything
They might.
Grimnar.
Now Russ.
No. Let's hope
That's
not.
a problem.
Actually, here's a very good question. Why does Mr. Fatty himself, why does he not have Supreme Commander?
Who's that?
Let me check.
The Emperor.
No. Okay, did I miss something? Where are the special characters here? Where are the special characters in this book? I don't think they are.
Generic Space Marines, do they have any special characters?
Well,
Are
Marnius
you talking about the?
Calgar.
Huh?
Marnius Calgar.
He should be
Is
there.
he
Ultramarine. Yes. he
Exactly.
is.
Where
He
is
should be
Marnius
there.
Calgar? Where
Under
is
the HQs.
Targarius? Where is a lot of the other Ultramarine guys? I've just gone through a massive amounts of here, and I don't see them.
Go into the HQ again.
Where is? Let's go all the way back to Summer 4 Bunker.
Go to the HQs. They gotta be there.
So start from the beginning of the HQ.
Intermission.
Lieutenant.
Well,
Primaris Lieutenant, Captain.
So they
Will
may
be
or may
there.
not be.
That's it.
There's-
There are no special characters in this book.
Does that mean that we're gonna get a
Killiman's not in this book.
Are we gonna get a supplement Ultramarines?
Yes.
What the fuck is this book for?
This book is for every single Space Marine army. And we'll look a little bit closer
I
at
mean,
that.
it's already 700 pages, so like it means
Exactly.
that They can't have like 300 attachments or not attachments. What's it?
This book is for
Cheers,
you
GW.
to use.
I mean, the expansions aren't that expensive.
It's clever.
So like,
Mm.
how much like that's like.
It's not about
600
the.
or
It's not about the
something.
cost. It's about the fact you have to carry so many books. Plus, like, there's fucking
I mean,
Ultramarines
if
in
you-
the cover, and you don't have Ultramarines in the book, and they are
You
the
just-
Codex to start this army. No.
Nah, it's just you know those rules off by heart, so you don't need to carry the main book around, and then you have your chapter because you're a good player, and then you just know your.
Is that it? Is that it? Okay, just going back to the chat here. What's it? Okay, so you're in the Low Country, not in the UK. What does that mean?
USA?
So you worship like a
Yeah.
god there then?
Yeah, do you follow like the tree folk? Are there Wendigos there?
Do you
Oh,
take
God.
your pain?
Texture paint.
Or
What
texture,
then-
like the aggro-
Hey, Lord O'Connor has arrived. Good day, Lord O'Connor. Yes, everyone, if you wish to see Lord O'Connor, there is a video with him in it. Yes, we've even got it on YouTube around there where we discuss the Seraphon. Lord O'Connor himself starring.
Now he runs the second strongest.
Have you
army
seen
in
the
game.
horrible cock they've done to the Death Corps? No, I have not. What's going on there?
I mean,
No, there haven't been any Wolfen yet, but we do have a special. I have a Wolfen surprise for everyone later. Yes, yes, it's the Bad Crew. How's it, not me? There's no mention of Wolfen. No, there is no mention of Wolfen. Yes, of course.
yeah, there's
there is.
nowhere. Well, there's no wolf in this book.
No, none yet.
Only next week, right?
Oh,
Netherlands. Oh, the Netherlands, lowlands. I'm sorry, but Netherlands is actually 10 times better than the UK. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, yes, yes.
Not gonna do that.
I suck. Anyway, so there is no special characters in this book.
That's,
So
that's
now-
pretty cool.
Otherwise, this book is awesome.
So if you want special characters, buy the Necron book.
Duff.
Yes,
That one
the
doesn't have
because
any.
that has everything. Do you know how big the Eldar book is going to be?
No.
Same size as this.
No way. We have like 10 units. They have 700. Like we have no love.
Eldar,
Eldar, yeah.
you've got
We have 2 troops.
you've
they
got
have 14.
the most special characters in the world.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
but 1, 2, 1, 2. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
okay.
the book's not, our current book has all
Unless
sorts of
there is a
characters.
massive Elder release coming, which could be.
True.
And they have sails, and all those rumor engines we've been seeing about pirates is actually Eldar pirates,
Oh,
corsairs. Like,
well, that would be nice. I've found something weird though. One thing I've noticed with these new codexes is in I don't know 2 or 3 editions, maybe even 4 editions back, they always had a thing where they were like, "This is what this unit is." They would describe like flayed ones are dudes who are insane. They kind of had a single fluff page per model, per
yeah.
type of units in that. They don't do that in these. They glance over them. They give you
And they got new models. That's interesting.
exactly, but they glance over. They don't tell you. Oh, the Necron warriors are the basic peons of the world. You know that don't even have any personalities.
they
They just sit
expect you
there.
to go and.
When you look over here, you've got the little bit of fluff, but in the others, in the past, it was almost full pages. And they'd say like, "This is what a Canoptech thing is." And they talk about all the different Canoptech stuff. And it's weird like that. There is all brand new fluff though. Everything here is brand new.
A brand new
The last 8th edition codexes were literally copy and paste when it came to fluff. There was, when they had the timeline sections, they had maybe like an extra year or an extra battle or an extra something. They were boring. There was nothing interesting. The fluff in these things is cool. Super cool. There's lots of cool stuff in there. But at the same time, they've removed some of the other basic fluff they used to have. There's so much rules, so many rules.
So they have a thing at the beginning about like with the timeline of Space Marines and such.
The timeline, yes, they do. They have. They've got a lot of war zones they talk about. I think they're very, very centric and really trying to push the war zone feel for their crusades and the crusade appendixes that they're going to have. But yeah, they'll talk about creating a Space Marine. They'll talk about what happened in the past and up to the Indulgence era and all that stuff.
You would expect the focus to be on the primaries now.
Yeah.
It's like, is this
Even in the story, because the effect of the primaries in the actual legions is quite important.
You see, then you have, like, in the Space Marine Codex, they've got things like librarians. So they discuss librarians generally. They'll have the apothecaries generally. They'll have the armory, and they'll discuss all the tech marines and all the tanks and all the things, and they'll put in bits of fluff. So there is still the kind of unit fluff to it, but it is very nice that all of it's brand new. Or at least brand new in the sense it's the same stuff we always knew, but it's written new.
Different.
It's not a copy paste like we had in the past. Yeah. Look at the silvers.
And the gold, actually, because that's what I'm doing now.
All the gold. The rule sections, great. I like this combat patrol thing because you kind of know, right? That's going to be your thing. That's what your combat patrol box is going to be for your army, and it's very interesting in the sense that we know what their new thingy boxes are going to have in it. Like, if you look at that one there. Huh, looks like we had a bit of a freeze.
The boxes are already coming out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the pre-order. They announced the community sites there this Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
Pre-orders.
For the
new boxes.
yeah.
For the Space Space
I-
Wolves and Death Watch.
Legit am curious to see what's gonna happen to demons. How they're gonna change, if they're gonna change to start collecting boxes. As I said, I mean, if new products get boxed at cheaper rate, fucking hell, that's great.
I mean, it's more expensive as far as all the rumors and stuff go. I
Well,
think.
everything has gone up, so I'm not surprised that it's more expensive, but you're still getting a good deal compared to buying all the units
Yeah,
differently.
definitely.
Yeah.
Also, it seems more like they're trying to put an actual fieldable box. Because before some of those boxes were not fieldable.
The Star Collecting was designed to be fieldable as well. And in 8th edition, you most of the
Yeah.
time were able to.
Some of them didn't even have like the Orc one didn't have an HQ, so.
Oh yeah.
But that was also, I think
That's
they
because Orc HQs are mostly web order.
That's very true as well. They were very web order.
yeah. So I think they're slowly learning what's works and
What they can do,
What's
what they
actually
can't.
decent.
Yeah. The what else was there that we were looking at? So we know what's happening with them, with these Space Marines. Okay, so basically, looking at this now and realizing there's no characters in there, I think it just makes pretty much this weekend, and all the next arrivals a little bit more important, right?
Yeah.
Because now we know what's going on with these things.
Mostly, Gilliman and such don't get all those fancy rules.
Ahaha. They will though per chapter.
They will per chapter, but
Some of it's like, what? I'm surprised they don't have the generic guys in there, and then there's going to be a generic chapter, but they're not going to have 14 or 13 legions or whatever many legions they are, right? They're not going to have like a model for each of them or a book for each of them.
I think they could. or considering it's Space Wolves, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, right?
Death Watch.
Those are the three basic there. Then you
Oh,
got
yeah.
Death Watch as an extra.
But now you
Right.
have to add Ultramarines because their rules is
But
not
they
not
had
in
the
there.
supplements before for Iron Hands, White Scars, Ultramarines, which had there was an Ultramarines,
Are
right?
they doing White
Imperial
Scars?
Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, Imperial Fists, and who am I missing here?
Maybe Space Marines isn't. Where they haven't
Salamander.
finished
Oops.
announcing the Space Marines yet.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more Space
I
Marines to
mean,
come.
we look at the roadmap.
Not maybe, surely.
specific
Which is-
to each chapter or something.
I mean, if you look at the roadmap, we see what's coming up here. We got this weekend, we got the Space Wolves and Death Watch, which we're going to talk about. Very interesting Codex there. Then December, Blood Angels, which I have to get for the Flesh Terrors, who are very cool. And then the Death God, which, well, that's going to be a fun release, that I think. And then
Oh, I
January,
cannot
we've
wait.
got two, we don't even know what those are.
Yeah, there is the whole rumor
I mean-
about, oh, we're getting a new race. No, we are not.
No, we're not getting a new race. I mean, I can see it making sense of being Dark Angels or Custodes,
I don't think Custodes will get anything
And then-
anytime soon.
something else. But what Xenos? Tyranids?
No.
Is
Edda or
that-
Tau.
Is that what those
Really?
two end ones are?
Yeah, well, there's an Imperial there, and there's a Custodes there. Well, I mean, a Xenos there, of some
It's a
sort.
weird like rat slash.
So those
alien
two
thing,
ones there.
which is very odd.
I like the idea that they still want to give
Space
some
Skaven.
some little, you know, worries to what's going on. But if we look now at this one, for example, the Death Watch, we saw some rules today, which look really fun, actually. And I saw some things which I got pretty excited about, because there's a model in there, a Space Marine model, which I really enjoy, the 5-strike turret, which is going to be super fun in Death Watch. We look over at the Space Wolves. No, not that one. That's for later. We look over at the Space Wolves. I mean, the Space Wolves have some really cool rules as well. And I still think with all of them, it's still sticking to the whole thing of balancing it all out instead of just having one is more overpowered than the other.
Yeah, I think.
Well, they can't start already making overpowered stuff. Nothing has been released yet, so if they're already doing it, it just means that the edition is gonna fade very quickly.
Very busy.
There's also the other thing that's coming out this week for pre-order, which is something that called 7ish over there is Meche, is this bad boy.
Oh yes,
What bad boy?
the Forgewood Compendium.
Oh yeah.
In the Forge World Compendium. That's going to be a lot of fun.
The fact they've killed like Eldar Corsairs and they dropped a bunch of units, which are going to go to Legends, which is I think a good idea. Like it's a good. They did it for normal GW, like things that aren't being produced anymore are being dropped,
Yeah.
Mm.
and like oh you can play Legends or Apocalypse or whatever.
I don't like the fact that some of the models that... I don't like Forge World models going into Legend.
Why?
I don't, because Forge World models are very expensive. Extremely expensive.
But
And-
you bought Forge World models not for the rules but for the looks. That's their logic at least.
But then why did they make overpowered rules?
Because it's the only way they can sell them.
Also, they don't know how to make rules.
Yes, okay.
So they're just a bunch of. They're like there's like the full 40k team is 40 rules, 40 game testers, oh, like rules testers.
40, that's...
There's 40 people who
hardcore.
like who are talking about like when here's try this out, they test this stuff, and the actual team is probably 20 people. So it's like you can't guarantee things will be good, or you can't see every. Just on release, there's like 100,000 people seeing
Yeah.
the rules.
Well, yes and no, because between the three of us, most of the time we spot when there is a fuck up. And if it's not the three of us, it's people in our community. Less than 40.
You know, my
So,
question is,
mm.
when are we getting the other Necrons?
Other Necrons?
What are the Necrons?
The two crazy guys.
Which ones?
These guys, I'll show you now. This guy.
Broken. You broke it.
Are they in the Codex?
They're in the Codex.
Oh, okay, then it's just a model, that's fine. The Chronomancer.
Yeah.
Or the
The
two.
Chronomancer.
And
Okay. Here is some awesome artwork from the Codex. Look at that. And look, there's the Silent King in the background being badass. And there's the Codex itself. And this guy, the Psychomancer, who is really fun. He's
I
gonna be
like this skull.
so much fun. Just to paint, to everything. And also, let me just reiterate one of his cool rules. What I think people don't realize yet, because there haven't been enough good professional tournaments happening, is I don't think they realize the power of some of the units' abilities to mess with what's his face, with missions and objectives. Where's the Psychomancer rule? La, 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 la. Okay, so a Psychomancer can do the following.
Can be played in 40k.
He can be played in 40k. Okay. So he's got the Harbinger of Despair thing. Right. You choose an enemy unit within 12 inches of this model and roll 3d6. Now keep in mind this is a Cryptek. So because he's a Cryptek, he's a character. So he's less than 9 wounds. So he's only 4 wounds. 4 plus. Toughness 4. He's not that hard to kill. But he can hide in creatures. Also, you can shove the bucket
Can
guys
hide
around
in
him.
creatures?
Well, you can hide around other guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then you can shove
That's
Crypto Thralls near him. Okay, which mean if there's Crypto Thralls within 6 inches of him, they take the wound every
Yes,
time.
yes. Bodyguards.
There is bodyguards, right? If you choose the enemy unit within 12 inches of the model, you roll 3d6. If you roll higher than the enemy unit's leadership, select one of the results opposite to take effect until the start of your next morale phase. Each unit can only be selected for its ability once per phase. Right, they cannot perform actions.
Okay.
That's one of the things. They lose objective secured.
That's crippling.
Half
the right
advance
moment?
rolls and charge rolls. And they cannot fire Overwatch or set to defend. And they are not eligible to fight in the fight phase until after all eligible units in your army have done so.
So fight lost.
that seems cool.
To make it more interesting, while the enemy unit is within 6 inches of the model, -1 from the leadership.
I mean, that can be something extra. Leadership, I still don't think doesn't play a huge role in the game.
No, but it does when you're doing a Harbinger of Despair ability. Because now -1 there, that helps you with your 3d6 roll.
Fair.
There's other ways of minusing from leadership in this codex as well.
So you play a leadership bomb.
Play a leadership bomb, nail the hell out of the guys. I think that will be super fun. Have 1 or 2 of these guys in your army and just cripple what he wants to do. That is powerful. Super powerful. I think it's going to be fun. Yes. So anyway, when those 2 guys come out, that's going to be really, really cool.
Yeah, I don't know how. It shouldn't be too long
Yeah.
if they're not already.
Well,
Yeah.
considering the Space Marine barks are coming out this weekend only, and they haven't released all the Space Marine stuff.
But they will alternate. It's not going to be just a win of Space Marines. Otherwise, people won't be happy.
But it's been fun though. They've been having good releases.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting Warcry stuff, we're getting Underworld stuff. They're breaking up the releases, which is good.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like the actual. Was the original plan?
Maybe not in this exact time, but probably yes, it was.
Hello everyone again.
Hello. Did we freeze
That's
again?
That's a lot
No.
of text.
Yeah. So on the Imperial Armor Compendium, it came out of Friday, and the sneak peek listed all the units that will be in it, and a lot was cut. No more Elysians, no more Renegades. No more Renegades at all. But you know what's funny?
But maybe they get a Codex.
80% of the Renegades units that were in whatever books were in the past didn't have models. So maybe it's just stick to whatever models they can produce now. I get that. But they cut the half of the death corpse.
Yes.
And that's crap. That's really crap. So yeah. Let's see what else happened. Oh yeah, we got the Death Watch stuff today.
Yeah, so Death Watch, I think they're pretty cool. Like the new, like different to normal Space Marines. So I'm glad they brought them out quick. But
I mean, they were the coolest non-Astartes Codex following army.
It's just like I wish there wasn't a better like financial time to like release every book again in the next like 12 months. It's like,
ooh, that would be difficult though.
I mean, it's like,
Well, that's exactly what's gonna happen. So
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder if they're gonna like, I wonder if they have their own set. They're gonna beat their own record with the previous release. We're like, cool, we did all the codexes in 18 months. Let's do 12.
Let's
go.
hope.
yeah,
not.
but do them right without mistakes, rather. That's the thing. I'm sorry. As much as I don't mind, don't rush them. There's no need.
But is that not why this idea of having the main book and supplements works better?
Possibly. As long as like as you get the quality that you pay for, then all good. Because if you get a codex and after a month there is an FAQ that invalidates 3-4 units, then why the fuck did I spend that money?
Yeah.
I mean, it's still like, what is like, is that a misinterpretation of rules that is the problem, or is it like we overpointed or over like? Okay, I get like with the Chaos book they went. This was a while ago. What's the big obliterators? The obliterators were 100 points in one section and 90 points in another section on whatever.
Yes, yes.
It's like that's just sloppy. But if something's like,
Well, okay, so I'm gonna be devil's advocate because I was not reading
I don't
that
even know
rule.
what team I'm on, so go ahead.
But when they released with the Space Wolves getting the detachment gets the rule of
The entire
detachment.
detachment.
The entire gets
killed.
So people read it, every unit in the detachment. I'm like, you're literally making a leap now because it says, so if you take it as written, which is what you're doing, it's a detachment, not the units in the detachment. Every other book says those units in every unit in the detachment.
So it's like,
So
because
that's sloppy as well. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's because
And they had to go and clarify because people were abusing it, which is not GW's fault. But if you had thought about it or followed the same template that you had for every other book.
But the thing I wonder like how that happened is because from all the like the Stormcast and the Voxcast podcasts, they talk about having the pre-cut like text. So like if an ability is a 5 appeal, no pain or whatever, they have this. They're trying to stay away from universal specials, but like each unit has the same rule that does a different thing by a different name. So they just like can just paste that thing in
Exactly.
on their master list. So like I don't know how.
And that's why I'm like,
How they
that's
still messed
sloppy.
up.
Exactly. I'm sorry. That's just poor
Yeah,
freaking
okay. I get like
design.
those sort of things. It's just like that is not the rules writer or whoever missed the thing. That's the editor.
Yeah.
There's an editor somewhere who time was too tight and missed a thing. But also, it's, you read the same pages over and over again, you miss a thing, which is like it's someone's job, so they should be doing it like doing
Exactly.
it right.
When you
But-
pay that much money, I'm sorry.
But like the rules where people complain about, like it's a rule is written somewhere, like and it's we all get our interpretations of it, but like everyone interprets it differently. Even there, it's like that's fine because they are going with the core rules say this, like then, like they're referring to every piece of knowledge that is out there, which I think, I'm putting words in their mouth, but like going, our core rules say this. In the special rules section of the book, it says this. Now we're writing this extra special rule here, which refers to things in the book. So now, like, they're wanting you to go, okay, cool, the order of operations for shooting is this. Because we all, like, speed run it, the shooting, like, phase, they're like if you follow the words as written in the shooting phase, then it makes sense and it comes out the same, like it comes out the way they intended it.
Yeah.
But it's not like the assumed way. So it feels like it comes out because like it often goes wrong. Or,
Yeah.
Which is the thing with the big issue where it like feels different. Well, that looks very cool, Darren.
It's Radiance, so maybe ask him.
What is it? What color?
Replace.
Or replace.
Black Templar contrast.
I'm sure it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Black Templar contrast.
Sorry, Brayden, love you.
I'm sure we got one.
We've got like 4. It's my favorite color.
But yeah, I think it's the thing with speed. Like, do we want codexes quicker? Like now, the
No,
problem is-
yes, no.
Okay, in a
20
normal situation, yes. Right now,
I mean, okay.
We can
Europe
wait.
is going into another lockdown.
in
We,
the world we live in currently, even in the world prior, we were like,
well,
cool,
people are impatient, and like I would not.
I don't want to go back to the Dark Eldar came out every second edition. They go about, so they had the rules at least are so similar that the book could still work in every edition.
Yeah.
So like if
know
they
what I
want to remaster the edition, you have to release books for that edition.
Yeah.
And both 8th and 9th edition have both. Is it 8 and 9? Yeah.
Yeah.
8 and 9 have both been
Well, 8th was the biggest change.
biggest change, and in 9th there's also a change.
Not as big, but still very
Still
big.
it's still big, so it's almost a shift again. So you can't have the codex. Now at least the 8 and 9 can be a bit slower. But the change from codex
Yes,
release in
yes,
8
yes,
can
yes.
still work in 9, but not have all the fancy toys.
I want every codex to add something to the world of Warhammer. I don't want,
want
it
to
to
the real world.
yes, add to the real world too.
No,
No, I want them to add to the world of Warhammer in some way. I don't want them to just go
Is it
whether
yours?
it's in the fluff or in the rules. I want them to add something new. I want them to make an impact on the game. Not an impact of a power shift. I want them to make an impact in, this feels unique. It doesn't feel like something else. Like when
That's
Admech came out in 8th edition. It felt like
Oh, we got
a
additional
copy-paste
things.
of the fun things of other codexes that appeared before it.
Or when Death Guard
and
came
Tyrant's
out,
Bane.
because Death Guard was something new.
Exactly. When
mean-
Death Mod came out, it was great, but Admech felt like crap.
Yeah.
The Admech felt empty. It felt like, oh, we're trying to see, let's see if we can take all these rules from Toughness 4 models and put them onto Toughness 3 models.
And it did
But
not
didn't
work
And one
well.
of the things with with Age of Sigmar, it's like I feel like each of the books kind of does that. Like any of the new books that come out,
Sigmar does. That's the
it's
thing.
very like
I think Games
Yeah,
Workshop
Sigmar
has done
is a
better
very
work
different game.
in Sigmar than they have with 40k, definitely. The sad thing is 40k is a lot more competitive and it has a bigger following.
I mean I don't know if it's not more competitive, but like it's a lot more. There's a lot.
It's an
more,
established game. Sigmar is not anymore, but was a brand new game. They could restart, and look at what they did. They took 40k
Yeah.
and went,
Yeah.
"Hey, Sigmar is doing well. Well, let's take some mechanics and move it into there." Because I'm sorry, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And that's okay. There is nothing wrong. But you've taken a game that was something and tried and adapted to a new game that you had come up with. And Sigmar works. It's its own system. It works perfectly. It's difficult to break the game. You might have meta up and down in some armies,
I mean, the game shifts and stuff, which is normal, what you want.
but it was a new thing. And it works much better than what 40k
What did you
is.
break down?
Nothing. People watching might have noticed something there, but don't worry. So,
That's fine.
How did you do?
nothing. So, on to the things. With Deathwatch, actually, I just wanted to talk a bit about the Deathwatch.
Oh yeah,
I
let's
really
go back
do.
on kind of.
Because let's go on to that. Yes. The person that decided to scrap Universal Special Rules, no, I disagree with you, Travis. I don't think... Look, Universal Special Rules were a thing that appeared everywhere.
Even
got
though they
boring.
are kind of back now, there's like an index thing.
They did.
I mean, not
They
index,
got-
sorry, I mean glossary.
But it's not universal special rule. Like it's similar, but not really.
Like, destroyers have preferred enemy everyone. No one else in the game has a rule like destroyers anymore.
But they just have the reroll to hit.
Yeah. But it's funny, they have a reroll tech, which was preferred enemy everyone,
Well, yes,
right?
but the
And then you
preferred
have-
enemy does not exist as a rule.
No, because now you got things like the Hounds of Morkai, which came out today. They get bonuses to hit psychers. They don't get a reroll. Whereas in Universal Special Rule world, they would have had preferred enemy.
You're gonna go preferred enemy, and now the three you'd have Saka, hero, monster, core, infantry, vehicle, and it's just like this. Well, does your unit have this keyword? Okay, let me go check if it has that keyword, which is like fine. For
But that becomes clunky.
It becomes
So
a
I'll
bit
give you a
clunkier.
rule. Your roll to hit. Done.
against like just
See-
reroll to
The core keyword is an interesting keyword in and of itself. Like for example, you look in the Necron Codex, there's like 4 or 5 core models. You look in the Space Marine Codex, there's 30.
That is a strange thing that they're so.
But then there are 30 odd Space Marine. Like you said, how many troops choices? 14 or something.
Scouts, intercessors, heavy
It's
intercessors,
Crazy.
normal space marines.
But then
Like,
that's the thing when it comes to the Death Watch there, you've got a whole bunch of weird rules that apply. Like, for example, let's see if we can get to that rule. Oh, shit. Yeah. First of all, these are now the models which are now allowed in a Death Watch army. So, Captain and Grabbers, Captain and Phobos, all the dudes, everything you see there. Assault Intercessors in a Death Watch army, I think, is very cool. Very, very
Is
cool.
that referring to the main book?
Hmm?
The Space Marine book. That's like
In
is
the
that-
Death Watch book, it will refer to the Space Marine book saying these models are allowed in it. So Eliminators in a Death Watch army.
There's so many names. What does that do? What are
Those
those?
are
Eliminators are the
Snipers.
yeah, the Eradicators
Because they
are the new
eliminate.
new
Uh-huh.
Melter guys. Are the Eradicators?
Oh, are they?
Your favorite, Bradley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. They added all the Gladiators in, so that's fun. They're the new hover tank.
Oh yes, right.
The little hover predator. The repulsor executor. That's weird. They only include the repulsor executor and not the other repulsors. And then the impulsor. Okay. What about the storm speeders? Okay, cool. So that's interesting as well. Storm speeders in a Death Watch army should be fun. 'Cause
What's the new storm?
that's the storm speeders, I think.
Storm Talon. Storm.
No, storm
Talons.
talons are
Talon speeder.
Speeder.
No storm.
Storm.
Storm
Talon.
speeders talon. Yes.
Wolf Lord. Talon.
Just
Speeder,
add blood, wolf, dark, or
Oh,
ultra.
That's gonna be the best.
Or
Primaris or Space Wolves. That's just gonna be. It's gonna be all those words. Just interchangeable. There's,
Rune,
We are
Rune
naming
Wolf,
go
Space God.
yeah. Goodness.
Also, something I want to bring up later, the Space Wolves, one of the abilities that their Rune Priest used to have was the healing bombs, that you could bring back a guy. Now it's a stratagem.
makes
You
sense.
bring back D3 wounds, but it's to a model. So you don't bring back a model. You literally just heal the guy that's there.
Doesn't it say if
Nope.
there is no wounds allocated, you can
Nope.
return models?
No, it doesn't.
Oof. Sorry, guys, you lost out.
But they have apothecaries, right? Do they still have apothecaries?
I think Rune Priests fill that role.
Mm.
Apothecaries might do it as well.
I mean, yes and no, because rune priests are. We definitely don't use magic. We just write runes around.
Yeah.
While
I like your
apothecaries-
magic. I like your silly shiny stick magic,
Exactly.
man. Yeah. This is the combat patrol box for the Death Watch. It's weird. It's very weird. I mean, you got
For the death?
aggressors.
Does it have normal space marines and other space marines in it? Or
Yeah, it's got intercessors, aggressors, a apothecary, and a Primaris Lieutenant. An apothecary is an elite choice.
Still a
It's
character, right?
just weird. It is a character, but it's not
Yeah. No, I'm just checking.
Yeah. It's a very strange box, and that's supposed to be their equivalent combat patrol. It seems very strange compared to the Space Wolf one. Here's the fun part, is their mission tactics. I like how you can do this. They allow you to use, so obviously Space Marines get the Devastator Doctrine, the Tactical Doctrine, and the Assault Doctrine. Death Watch get to choose when they want to. Instead of having Devastator first, then Tactical, then Assault. They get to choose which one, and they're limited by how many on them.
Can I ask a massive favor?
Now
Reach
take
behind
into
you.
consideration that
Airbrush thing.
you get the crazy heavy stuff they now have access to. Choose Devastator Doctrine on second turn instead of on first. Have access to all the firepower in the world
lower.
and extra AP.
After, like the tall bottle, the tall brown dark bottle with the white lid. Just literally just not next to that one, the tall one, on your left. Right, literally. That one. That's a clean. That's a thinner. There we go. Thank you. Sorry.
Had a fun game of which one are you talking about?
Directing Bradley. Home edition.
KTV style. Jump, jump, jump. Forward, forward, forward.
Exactly.
Wow.
Going. Ah. It's only like 10 years that you did that as a reference.
Sometimes I love my brain. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I do.
Take it from the general populace, we're not too sure if we like your brain.
Yeah. But can you see how many beep I give about it? So
I love
How many
the
beeps you give
metal's,
that?
the metal's
Exactly.
coming out quite cool, Darren.
Is it coming out cool?
this
Yeah,
is
that
very
looks
nice.
nice.
I'm contrasting now.
Yeah, especially on the door, it was like I think doors and like just choosing a bunch of different colors and just like applying.
Yeah.
Magic of contrast.
So what does everyone think about the Codex that's coming out? Is anyone excited about it? We know there's some people who are kind of worried about the Death Watch. So
What do you mean worried? They're getting better.
They're getting better early, so. I mean, in the current climate, like early is probably not the best time, but like
Be a Warhammer player. You get to complain about everything all the time.
I'm just like, I'm excited. I want my Codex to come out next year when things are.
I hope
See,
I'll come out in Jan.
The bet I want to take is gonna be Tower Elder. Which one is gonna get it first?
I'll
Not saying it's
come
the next
out in
one,
Jan.
but which one is gonna be the first one that gets the update?
When did the Tower Codex come out?
I don't know. I can't remember honestly.
I think you
Quite a
got the
while
Codex
back.
first, and then I got.
I think so as
I
well.
think that's the order we had previously.
Yeah, but Necrons came out pretty early
Necrons were first, right?
in this.
In
this
8th edition.
In
No,
they weren't.
in 7th edition.
Yeah, they were the bad guys in 7th edition. They had the best toys for a long time. Then Space Marines came out and we're like, ha 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 ha. Deep strike and charge in the same turn with no scatter, with everything.
And then Imperial Knights came along and said, "We've got guns that kill everything."
Then we had Tau that were like, hey, we hit on 2s rerolling with everything, and we have all the guns. The Storm Surge came and it was fantastic. Then the Supremacy came and it was lol. What are Imperial Knights? I don't see any.
Yeah, but then when the Supremacy got nerfed, that's when the Knights, the big daddy Knight with the volcano cannon arrived.
So in 8th edition, because the
Yeah.
Supremacy only got nerfed in 8th edition.
Exactly. And that Knight caused problems.
Yeah.
He was in
That
every
Knight caused
list,
a lot of
wasn't he?
problems.
He was like a rip. It was like Riptides at one point were in a field of 200 people, 180 of them were playing like triple Riptides or something.
Yeah.
And then the same like in a field of 200, 180 were playing that big.
At the end
big knight.
of 7th edition, you could run 9 Riptides.
The thing is, you had the loyal
You could run
42.
9, well, not in points, but you could run 9 Wraith Knights.
I mean, they were garbage that way. They're like
At 7th edition, no,
Wraith Knights. No, Wraith Knights were.
no, Wraith Knights were
Sorry,
fantastic.
Wraith Knights were garbage.
There was the Towder list, in which you had Wraith Knights and Riptides and just go like,
Oh, I
Okay.
remember those days when you allowed models from other armies because Games Workshop wanted you to buy more stuff because they weren't making so many models.
Yeah, they weren't coming with new stuff, but like, there was like
it was a different game, that's all.
I like the I enjoy the PR reasoning being you can now collect more models. You like buying models, and you can buy the pretty models of other armies and add them to your list.
Yeah, now you have a reason to.
Or you can just run more armies.
Or play more armies. And everyone who was like shifted into buying multiple units to go for other armies, and then they were playing in one army, after they got smacked back to being separate armies, you now have a whole new army need to grow.
Yeah, now we're stuck in an edition where you're sitting with 2-3 armies left over from them, and you're going, oh well, now I get to buy multiple codices. Or not, because I'm a poor person.
So you pirate them. What? No, you
Yes.
don't. That's bad. Don't do that.
You need a call-in segment. A call-in segment? A field email. Yes, we should. We need to get some emails. Right, guys, email us.
Send us voice
We've
notes.
already asked you stuff. Let everyone again. Let's check who's joined us so far. So, Gavin, yeah, you've been here for a while. Right, we have Kelsey. How you doing there? Travis, what are you saying? Except for years, I should have rolled the Marine Codex into one, just made supplements. Oh, well done. You see, you can go and sue them now for your idea being used. Matthew, how are you doing, bud? Pushing Daisies is back. How you doing there? I think it's making your stock worthless, but I'm sure they're improving the format.
Oh, did you see it?
Focusing on it. Gavin is there. Okay, cheers, Benny.
The GW stock price. It's like 10,000. It's 10,500 pounds a stock or something like that. As far as I'm aware, like when I looked at it, like
A lot.
it's
They've gone up so
10,500
much.
compared to like halfway through last year. They like doubled.
So does that mean my models are worth more money?
No.
No.
That means that
It's
your
not an investment.
your models made them worth more money.
Yeah.
Damn
So
it.
Had you bought shares of that, you would not have
Yeah,
bought.
unfortunately,
you
no
have-
shares were bought.
At 10,000 pounds.
Yeah. Well, we do kind of have a bit of a user, or not user, a community added things. We've got something funny here. Because, well, no, let's not do that one. Let's do that one last because that one's pretty lame. Okay, but we got old Mr. Travis over there has been busy painting a strange thing. Let's see if we can get that there.
What is that?
This is but a
That
flesh
is
wound.
a little knight.
This is but a flesh wound.
Unfortunately, it still has its arms and legs, but it should lose all those arms.
We'll make sure of that.
Yes, it should. That's because he's been fiddling with a, as you can see. No, we'll do it. He's been fiddling with a 3D printer,
Oh, nice.
but it's actually come out kind of nice there. And then we have a special of some Wolfen. Some real Wolfen. Some real old Wolfen. Some Wolfen that I'm older than probably some of the
I
viewers.
thought Wolfen were like a new thing.
No, Wolfen came out in the first
Did they go away? and
Eye of
come
Terror
back?
campaign.
Because I'm like,
I legit thought those were new concepts as well because they came out with Siege. When,
Yeah, maybe
when
they-
they did the Demon Wave, it
Yeah,
was Wolven.
but there was an Eye of Terror campaign.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No,
It was it was like
it was the end of
recently.
7th edition when Demons got their limited edition reprint.
Oh, that was with the new Wolfen that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the original Wolfen came out in the Eye of Terror campaign. The one where Abaddon,
But they were gone for a while.
Did go and
right?
wipe
They
everything
dropped them off the
yeah,
Codex.
because they were metal and they stopped making them.
Okay, because I was like before my time. I was, yeah. Way before mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Before you,
I
you
mean,
were you not playing during the Eye of Terror? I was in high school.
I was. I think I was.
I
alive.
even went and logged in one game.
I remember the
I had
Eye of Terror
Warriors, man.
happening. I was playing in like Mark's spare room or something. Like, and we're like, oh, the Eye of Terror is happening somewhere in the world, and it's on the like. I was playing at that stage, but we didn't know what FAQs were. I don't think GW knew what FAQs were at that point.
No hell.
Like they were, I think every now and again you have to like you could find them, and I was like, this needs to change. And we were like playing rules wrong because you couldn't find any like clarifications. The internet was brand new at that time.
I was so proud of myself. I walked into some show somewhere, in the middle of Joburg, and there were some guys playing Warhammer at a table, and they were playing it wrong. And I was this 17-year-old kid, and I walked up to them and I was like, "Hey guys,
That's
play
how
Warhammer,
it
that's
is.
great." Watching, and I was like, "No. That's not how the turns go. You finish your entire turn, and then he finishes his entire turn. You don't go both move, shoot. That's not how you do it." And they got really irritated with me. They were just like, "Go away, kid."
Go read
like-
your rules.
Yeah, I'm like, but
Go get your rules wrong.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Well, this is how we're playing. I was like, okay. So, if those guys ever do see, I can't remember who they were. I don't think I did ever meet them.
GG Scrubs.
I know it was a little bit scarring for me, thinking, my gosh, I'm just correcting these older guys.
Oh, so you were talking with neckbeards.
I was like,
They didn't look very neckbeardy though. They looked like decent guys. I mean, they had...
Wannabe neckbeards, even worse.
Exactly. I don't know. Yay, terrain. So, people might be wondering what this terrain's for. It's for him.
A galaxy
Actually,
brain.
what it is for the 15th of November, we are having the Games Day. So everyone in
Yes.
KZN, join us. We're going to be playing Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Age of Sigmar. We're going to be playing... exactly, I was a judge from an early age. I was. My God, I was already judging people in their bad playing. Slow play. Anyway. And so, we're going to be playing Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Age of Sigmar. We're going to be playing some Blood Bowl. We're going to play some Necromunda, some Titanicus. We're playing Warcry and Underworld. And
Think of a tabletop game from GW. We're playing that.
we're also playing Armada. There should be some X-Wing there as well. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff happening. And we are limiting the amount of people coming in on the day though. So we're going to play it by ear. We're going to try stick to about 30. But, we'll see how things go. Also, if something happens worse in the pandemic, then, we'll have to limit it again.
Like if Alien land tomorrow.
Yeah, if aliens land tomorrow, we'll just up the amount to 100 people.
No, we'll just tell them to come and join.
Yeah, exactly. They can cure us all. And then we'll just teach
With
them how to-
lasers.
Yes, Travis. If two people want to play the game, count the rules. Then no, you're 100% right. People can play the game how they want to play.
That is
That's
true.
actually very true. They can do it how they want. Just like how I play Warcry. Not at all. And that's there. I don't know. Do you guys have anything else you want to mention?
Nah, not really.
Okay.
I will bring my Custodes.
Yes.
Full 2,000 points if anyone wants to have a friendly, silly game because...
I'm going to
It's
try and get
eight.
as much of my Daughters of the Cane painted up. Or maybe I should just stick to the Flesh Terrors. Yeah.
I'm bringing Bone Reapers and Custodes. That's it. That's what I'm bringing. And then I'll see on the day what people want to play against.
Yes. Well, everyone, thanks again for joining us tonight. It's been great. You've all been amazing, as always. Comments, criticism, everything. Give it to us.
Look at that's my mum.
We want
Ciao,
stuff.
mum.
We anything you want to give us, do it. We're here. If you guys have any major questions you've been asking about the game, like maybe any good list ideas you want to give us, we'll do them too. Anything else at all? Painting criticism or ideas on how to get things painted, let us know. We are keen to show off your stuff. We're keen to engage with you more, and we're also keen to go to sleep. Yes. So, thanks very much, everyone, for joining us tonight. Have a lovely evening and stay safe.
next
Keep
week.
yourself safe. Don't do anything silly. Yeah, please just keep aware. The pandemic's still around and things are still very hectic. So, cheers, guys. Love you all.
bye.
Bye.